What's up guys, welcome back to another episode. For those of you that don't know, my name is Zay, and today we're continuing with the holiday vlogs. In today's video, we're gonna be replacing the transmission mounts and also tucking the wiring harness on the Lexus LS400 build. For those of you that did watch the last vlog, I went ahead and replaced the motor mount on the Lexus. Unfortunately, that did not fix the vibration issue that I did have in the car. So hopefully with today's video, by replacing the transmission mount, we do get that fixed. And then with tucking the wiring harness, once I'm ready to move on with the suspension install, I won't have to deal with the harness. It'll already be done and I won't rub through it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get today's video started. Alright guys, so this is what I have for the first half of the video. I have a ratchet, an extension, a 12mm and a 14mm socket, deep socket, and then a 12mm and a 14mm regular socket, and then I have the new transmission mount. As you guys can see, this is brand new, nothing is blown, nothing is broken. Of course, the Lexus is jacked up, and then on the other side I have the jack and a piece of wood ready to go under the car so I can lift the transmission pan up and then go ahead and replace the transmission mount by swapping out the old one with the new one. So let's go ahead and get under the car and see what we are working with. All right guys, so here we are under the car. As you guys can see right here, this is a cross member for the transmission. The transmission pan is right there. And then as you guys can see kind of right here, this right here is the old transmission mount. So the first thing we have to do is go ahead and break these 4 outside cross member bolts over there, and those are the 14mm, and then inside is the 12mm. As soon as I can drop the cross member bar, I can go ahead and replace the transmission mount, and hopefully that will fix everything. So let's go ahead and get started by taking off this cross member. Alright guys, so like I said, I have the ratchet and extension. The only reason I have the extension is not because I don't have access, it is because so I can get extra torque behind it so I can break any bolts that I need to, and then the 14mm socket as well. I'm just gonna work my way in, out, then in. Got that one. As you guys can see, this is, besides the crud of my eye, this is already loose. I'm gonna go ahead and take those out, and then I will work on my way inside. All right, now that the cross member bar is out, we'll set that aside. And then the transmission mount is right here. All right guys, that is a close-up of the old transmission mount. I can say that this needed to be replaced for sure. So let's go ahead and get this out, and then I can give you guys a side-by-side comparison from the old mount to the new mount. Like I said, I worked my way outside from the cross member bolts to the inside, that 12mm bolt that needs to get out for the transmission mount. As soon as I get these out, this should drop right out of the old placement, and then we can see how the transmission mount looks. Oh man, oh, well, the transmission mount is now out. All right, so now that I'm under the car, I was genuinely confused. As you guys saw, that top plate fell on my face, and then while I was under the car, I picked it up and I was like, how is this new one? Watch, let me give you guys a better example. So this plate fell on my face, as you guys can see. I was like, if this is the old mount, I was like, that makes no sense. So come looking at the new mount, as you guys can see, those are 2 completely different things. Well, I was trying to figure out, like, did I order the wrong part? What's going on? This looks nothing the same. But as you guys saw earlier, I forgot to undo those 4 12mm bolts to separate. And as you guys can see, to separate from the crossbar, this is the rest of the mount. The mount is completely in half. So I really hope this is all my vibration issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the cross member and then show you guys how completely this old one is torn up, and then give you guys a side-by-side comparison. All right guys, here you go, raw reaction of how the old mounts look. Oh my. This is one mount. As you guys can see, this is how it's supposed to sit. like that. Comparison to the new one. This is it. Oh my. One piece, two piece. No wonder I'm having so much vibration in the car, but I'm super excited. That was a somewhat easy install. I mean, we're not done with it, but considering the fact it's taken 5 minutes to get this out, this is perfect. But I can't believe, like, let's get you guys a real good close up here. This was the old transmission mount. I mean, considering the fact that this car is a 1995, I mean, this doesn't surprise me, but this could be the issue for all the vibration. This could have just been moving back and forth, and that's what I could have been hearing in the car. But with that being said, let's go ahead and clean the cross member and then put the new transmission mount in. So now that I think about it, I was supposed to work my way in, then out. So the first thing I was supposed to do was do the 4 12mm nuts, undo those, and then the 14mm crossbar bolts, and then I would have to undone the 4 nuts that was holding the transmission mount, and then that would have fell down. But since they were 2 pieces and I did it the wrong way, the crossmember bar just fell out because it wasn't connected as a transmission mount. It was separated. So that goes to show how bad that mount is. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and clean the crossmember bar, all the hardware, and then go ahead and put everything back together. All right guys, so here we are under the car again. This right here is where the transmission mount is going to sit. Let's go ahead and give you guys a pre-mock-up of what it's gonna look like. As you guys can see, there is 4 holes on each side, and then we can go ahead and place that there. As soon as we get all 4 bolts in and tightened, we can go ahead and put on the crossmember bar. So let's go ahead and put the transmission mount in and then go ahead and add the crossmember bar. All right guys, as you guys can see, this is the new transmission mount, and of course it looks 10 times better than the previous one. So I really do hope that this does get rid of the vibration issue. But like I said, there is the 4 12mm bolts, and then we put the crossmember back on, and then as soon as the crossmember is back on, we put on the 4 nuts for the 12mm, and then we go ahead and come over here and then put the 4 14mm bolts on for the crossmember, and then the install is done. So let's go ahead and finish that up. And then there we have it. The cross member is back on. The nuts to the transmission mount is back on. And as you guys can see, everything is tightened, and that completes the install. Hopefully this fixes the vibration issue. Right now I'm gonna put the car on the floor and go ahead and take it for a test drive. And also, look who came to visit me. You're so handsome and unfocused. Oh, there it is. What are you doing, guy?
I came to play cars again.
And you brought me food too? Let's get it.
We're gonna have a mukbang with some Whataburger.
All right, let's go ahead and drop all this and then go take it for a test drive.
Cool.
Why not? Let's go ahead and remove the jack out the way. All right, so we go ahead and reverse the jack locks. So once I drop the quick jacks, the car will lay back down on the floor. Then the other side. Hit it. Oh, there you are. I don't know where you're at. All right guys, so the install is done. Now I'm gonna take the car for a test drive, and hopefully that fixed the issue. Since the door handle is broken, open it from the inside. Hi! Let's see here. All right, remember last time I drove through here, we could feel it and hear it. So 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, that's usually where I can hear it from. Dude.
That's it.
Dude.
That was
That's literally it. Oh man, I fixed it. Oh, I'm out here wilding. Hold on. You guys, we fixed it. There is no more vibration in the Lexus. Let's go. So after flipping a U, we were gonna try it again. That literally fixed the issue. I am so pumped right now.
It's 10 times better.
I would say so for sure.
Oh yeah.
Since the last time we drove it?
Yeah.
Oh, I think.
No, it's... We cruising now, dog.
Oh yeah. Landia on the move, boy. Is there anything you have to say before I end today's vlog?
Don't forget to eat, stay in school, and don't do drugs.
God, that was awful. That was horrendous.
My brain's not working right now.
All right, huge shout out to Hooli for the wise words. If you do want to follow Hooli, go ahead and make sure you check down in the description below. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching today's episode. As you guys saw, the vibration in the Lexus is fixed. It was due to the transmission mount, but now that is fixed, we can go ahead and continue with the build. With that being said, no matter how far you get in life, to always remain humble and always try to make a difference. Deuce!